People, my people, it's your girl, Dr. She Cole, the culturally kinky curator, bringing you another episode of Kinky Curations on a motivational Monday, if you will. This is part two. I did a quick video earlier today that premiered about 7 o'clock, featuring my wash experience with Adwoa hair. And I was actually ushering out a wonderful afro, compliments of hair rules. And I went back into the blue tansy line from Adwoa. So as I mentioned in that video, I'm really disappointed that I heard that there was some type of controversy or disagreement of sorts where some YouTube influencers were unfortunately dismissed. And with the dismissal or disrespect of those YouTubers, several of the YouTube influencers that I really like have elected not to use this particular line. I was trying to do my own research to get to, the nucleus of what transpired, because I just like to know the empirical data, but I was not able to come across anything. So if any of you know what happened with that situation with the CEO and owner of Adwoa Beauty, please, drop in the comments and let me know where I can find that information, because I am simply curious, because I do stand by the products and the quality of the products, but, the individual behind the product and some things that have taken place, I just would like to get more clarity. But moving on, this brings me to the focal point of why I started this channel during the panorama, as people are calling it, a panini, whatever the case may be, because of the YouTube algorithms. During the course of the past 2 years, I started my YouTube channel a year ago, this month coming up on the 30th of, I'm sorry, tomorrow's the 30th. I am tired. But starting December 1st, I actually aired my first YouTube episode on December 19th, my father's birthday. So a year ago, this month coming up, I would have been in the YouTube space. And I'm very, very thankful for my nearly 620 subscribers. Thank you very much. Don't forget to click like and click share as we go forward with this video. But sisterhood and what we do to one another within the culture, within the human culture, and specifically within Black culture, is very disturbing to me. I've mentioned this on more than one occasion on my channel. So I just have to really declare something. This is a channel for women and men of excellence. And if you don't feel that you're at your personal level of excellence, you're striving to get there, because none of us are perfect. And we are ever evolving creatures, spirit, walking through this experience of life. And as I have been blessed enough to turn 51 this year, this past November, this month, I really have zero tolerance for toxicity, for foolishness, unnecessary, which is always unnecessary, gaslighting, emotional manipulation, and just being plain old nasty and hurtful for no good reason. A lot of people, women in particular, wonder why they're looking so old and haggard, because you're mean as all get out. You're nasty. And the wrinkles are a reflection of the nastiness, truth be told. I mean, let's just call a thing a thing. That nastiness on the inside definitely permeates on the outside. So speaking of skincare and wrinkles, our girl Denise Adore always keeps us together, right? So I have gone in with, this is a brand, Exuviance, that I have been using for years. And Exuviance was started or founded by a group of medical practitioners who actually have a patent on the microdermabrasion. So this is their triple microderm abrasion face polish. And I did get this particular, the whole line with this particular product at Ulta. And also, there is a website called Lovely Skin. And Lovely Skin, it has turquoise writing, white background, turquoise, Lovely Skin. They have amazing products. They have every product, and they have it at a discount. So you might want to check out Lovely Skin, but of course you can get this on ground at Ulta, or Lovely Skin. And I am doing laundry. It's just what it is right now because I'm trying to get my house in order before the next holiday. And I have committed to doing a chore a night until I get everything taken care of. That's also a part of my self-care. But with the Exuviance Triple Microderm Abrasion Base Polish, I really went in with this particular scrub tonight. And then I did the toning solution from The Ordinary, the glycolic acid 7% toning solution with a pH of 3.6. So it stung like a miggy miggy. The first time I used it, but the second time I used it, it was not bad at all. So now I'm getting used to it. Additionally, I love niacinamide zinc, also by The Ordinary. Yes, niacinamide. I thought I pronounced that. I thought I left the syllable out. And then also hyaluronic acid. These are gatekeepers for me. I've always used hyaluronic acid and zinc, whether the zinc would be in a spray. I use the La Roche-Posay zinc spray, and I use some other products that have hyaluronic acid in it. So that's a part of my regular regimen. So I have prepared my skin for the evening, and I'm all moisturized and ready to take it down for the, as I drop everything, right? As I take it down for the night. But this is what I would really like to get to because I don't want to prolong this video, but there are some key points that I would really like to discuss with you, ladies and gentlemen, but my heart is really going out to the ladies. And I feel that in my spiritual practice, as a praying woman and I have studied and studied the Word, the Bible. I think that I am a traditional Christian in a sense, but I don't believe in legalism. And I don't believe in, legalistic approaches to spiritual practice. And I feel with the pandemic, if we're supposed to say that, but I do feel that with this space over the past 2 years, it has really forced me to take more attention and time to my spiritual practice at home, because at one point we couldn't go to service, but, virtually and so forth. And in my prayer time and my meditation time, it has been impressed upon me that I need to continue to be a leader and an example to women. From a biblical standpoint, the elders are supposed to help train up the younger women in the way that they would want to evolve, but who is there to teach them? But what I just see us cutting one another down, whether it is in the workplace, the church space, social space. It's unfortunate that we do not handle one another better in society with care. I will never forget the Tyra Banks show when she had Naomi Campbell on. And Tyra was like truly at the point of tears and devastation. Just, why were you so cruel to me? Why were you so mean? And that goes on so often among adult women. And I think it's just pitiful. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm calling it out when I see it. But I don't want to focus on the foolishness. I want to focus on being positive, and I want to focus on being a light within my space. So this is what this channel and this space is about. It's about empowerment. It's about uplifting, cultivating leadership, and being a part of the culture, advancing the culture, So I wanted to talk about a couple of things. There is, and I would love to get your feedback. So those of you who do watch and watch to the end, please, give me a thumbs up, something in the comments, because I'm going to ask two different questions. There is a Netflix series called In Our Mother's Gardens, and it is so far phenomenal. And I had to stop watching it because I said this would be amazing to watch with my Dr. She Cole team, if you're interested or so inclined, and we can have a discourse about it. So it's on Netflix right now. Please check it out, In Our Mother's Gardens. But what is amazing about this, I had a book that one of my childhood friends told me about called Eloquent Rage. A Black Feminist Discovers Her Superpower by Brittany Cooper. And Brittany Cooper, she's bad to the bone. She's a professor of women's studies and gender studies, Africana studies at Rutgers University, Jersey, hello, where I'm from. She co founded the Crunk Feminist Collective, and her work has appeared in the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, Ebony, The Root, and many others. So she's well published. But this is an excerpt from her book. Let me show you a picture. And I'm going to paraphrase because of the language is flavorful. And you know I'm always trying to keep my FRS in check, okay? So here it is, The Problem with Sass. This is a book by a grown woman written for other grown women. This is a book for women who expect to be taken seriously and for men who take grown women seriously. This is a book for women who know that stuff is messed up. Seriously. These women want to change things but don't know where to begin. To be clear, I'm not really into self-help books, so I do not have one of those catchy 3-step plans for changing the world. What I have is anger, rage actually, and that's the place where more women should begin, with the things that make us angry. I am upset at how the sisterhood as a collective, how we treat one another. And I know that that rage is rooted in pain. And it's time to deal with the pain. And it's time that we grow and evolve from what has shackled us emotionally, from our childhood trauma, from some of our adult trauma based on choices that we've made. It's time to forgive ourselves and others so that we can be free to evolve to the best possible version and form of ourselves that God has created us to be. Oftentimes when I pray, I ask that the Lord restore my heart back to the young girl before she first fell in love, before she first experienced racism, before she first experienced any type of abuse, disappointment. Lord, restore me back to that childlike heart that you had for me. But of course, keeping the wisdom of being a woman of 51 years and embracing that. There's too much age shaming going on within our community. And it's a blessing to be older and to become an elder. But society is so caught up on women and their aesthetic that we are going around literally killing ourselves trying to get BBLs and 3-4Ls and all this other nonsense instead of really embracing what God gave us and embracing the aging process and being the baddest chick on the block, no matter what your age is. That's where I am. I know with COVID-19, I am the largest I've ever been. My own mom, her eyesight is not what it used to be, and it shouldn't. She's almost 90. But the point is, she's like, who's that in the picture? Me. Oh, girl, I'm only used to seeing you one size. Oh, it's horrible. So in the last 2 years, I have thickened up. But this is what I will say. I was going to let myself become absorbed in the extra roles and let those extra roles define me. But a friend of mine said, well, you know what? The roles are where it's at. Lord have mercy. So you know what? You're right, because the roles are where I'm at. So that's where it's at right now. So you have to take these hips and these lips as is. Okay. I'm not going to frustrate myself with trying to hula hoop through a Cheerio for whatever societal norms are going on, trying to compete. Listen, I don't want to look like I'm 20. I want to look fabulous, fit, and phenomenal at 51. And you would hope to look as good. You feel me? Enough. Like, why are we killing ourselves and destroying our spirits and walking around with a woe is me? I'm going to get back into my fitness. I stopped because of my job transition. And I just wanted to get some equilibrium and some balance going with, balancing 2 different positions right now. But once that levels off, and I've already started, my eating and focusing on what I should be eating. Well, it's been 1 day because I ate like I was crazy over Thanksgiving, whatever. But the point is this, I'm starting, and I purchased a whole bunch of vegetables and food that I should be eating, opposed to the things I should not be eating, to get that going. And I'm going to love myself where the rolls are, where the extra thickness is that I didn't even know. Oh, really? You can get fat there? Okay. It's all good. I'm going to love me and the skin that I'm in. And you should love yourself. hands down. Because if you don't love yourself and if you don't see the value in yourself, how are you going to establish the standard for someone else to love and respect you if you don't establish those boundaries for you in loving you and knowing who you are? So I'm going on a journey, and I would like to invite you with me on that journey of self discovery, reimagining yourself, getting anchored, more anchored spiritually, and just becoming more cognizant of the beauty within and our gifts within, and knowing that everything that we need in this life is already within us. You just have to tap into it. And with that being said, I'm going to ask if you would like me to do a review of In Our Mother's Gardens, each episode or each segment. Please let me know. I will do that. I would love for the group to weigh in on this. Or if you would like me to go over and review chapters out of Eloquent Rage, we can do that as well. Do a little book review. I think that would be cool. But please choose. Either way, I would like to know your thoughts. And this, I swear, this dryer has gone off 3 times. I finally decided to do a second video this evening, and I could have sworn the laundry was done. But nevertheless, I'm making my goals. I'm making my goals. So before we end tonight, I wanted to say this. Many of you remember. Let's see. I want to make sure I get her name right. Linda Lynn. She is a fellow YouTube influencer. She's done very well in this space, has been in the space for a very long time, and she is a fellow sister. But if you've checked out any of her material as of late, she has left her husband with her children, and she is still recording videos and recording her struggle, kind of vlogging, recording her struggle and her journey. And I know she's had to stop going to school, and she's figuring it out. But the last video that I watched of her doing her hair in her hotel room with her children, I really wanted to impress upon everyone who watches this. If you're not subscribed to Linda Lynn, please go and subscribe to her channel. Show her some love. And if you've watched this video up to this point, before I ask you to subscribe to my channel, I'm asking you to subscribe to Linda Lynn. She was also the YouTuber that had that unfortunate discourse with Mael. Uh, and she needs all of the love and positive energy and support and sisterhood as she's transitioning through this period with her kids. And I would really like to support her. So please go show some love to Linda Lynn. Like, subscribe, share her content, watch her content. I would presume this is the way she's, making ends right now. So go ahead and support her, please. Before you even like and subscribe to my channel, I want you to like and subscribe to her channel. And then if you are so inclined, come back and holler at me and like and subscribe to Dr. She Cole. So because I have started to stutter more than once, that lets me know that I'm starting to fade, and it's time for me to turn it in for the evening. But once again, my people, this is your girl, Dr. She Cole, the culturally kinky curator, bringing you another episode of Kinky Curations. Remember, please let me know if you would like me to review In Our Mother's Gardens on Netflix, and I can take an episode or a segment a week with you, or if we can get into Eloquent Rage with Brittany Cooper and get down to our superpower, but also start the healing and dealing with our anger as a culture. Because, like Sojourner's Truth said, ain't I a woman? We're not meant to carry everything on our shoulders. We are fragile, wonderful creatures, but we do have the strength of many. But it's time to take some self-care and some pampering for our spirits, our minds, and our souls. Thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you very soon. Go check out Linda Lynn. Bye-bye.